Let's jump right in, guys. Welcome to The Explainer. If you've been anywhere near the soccer world today, you know exactly why we're here. We are tracking a massive, breaking story that is literally sending shockwaves through the sport right now. We're talking about Neymar, the 2026 World Cup, and the sudden medical emergency that could completely upend the Brazilian national team's entire game plan.
So, here's the massive question hanging over the entire country of Brazil right now, and honestly, the rest of us watching. Is it actually possible that their 34-year-old superstar, the guy who has anchored so many of their campaigns, is out of the 2026 World Cup before the tournament even kicks off? To really grasp how precarious this whole situation is, we've got to look at what just went down, the history leading up to this exact moment, and the incredibly tight timeline he's up against.
Which brings us to part one, the shocking calf injury, or really a day two disaster at training camp. Okay, so the immediate crisis hinges on a highly specific timeline. On May 28, 2026, Neymar was a total no-show for the Brazilian national team's very first training session for the World Cup. The culprit? A right calf injury. So instead of being out on the pitch at the Granja Comrie facilities for their closed practice, he's stuck sitting it out getting medical evaluations. And listen, this wasn't just a, walk it off kind of tweak. It needed immediate, specialized attention.
And right now, well, we're all playing a really tense waiting game. The Brazilian Football Confederation, the CBF, confirmed Neymar was sent away from the team facilities to a private clinic over in Teresópolis. He's currently getting imaging tests, specifically scans on that right calf, just to see how bad the damage really is. But here is the kicker, the thing that's really driving everyone crazy: the official silence. The CBF flat out stated that absolutely zero information is going to the public or the press until their medical staff finishes a full assessment. So until those scans are read, the whole shebang just hangs in the balance.
Moving on to part two, a history of setbacks and the ongoing struggle since 2023. To really get why one calf injury is causing this level of absolute panic, we've got to rewind a bit to 2023. Honestly, Neymar's spot on the squad was already under a microscope because, well, he hasn't actually played a game for the national team since then. It has been a painfully long absence from international duty.
And that brings us to the core issue, the stark contrast between his legacy and his reality. Look, the guy is Brazil's all-time leading scorer. He is a living legend for the squad, no doubt about it. But his inescapable reality right now is a brutal physical struggle. Over the last year, he has been battling some pretty devastating knee and hamstring injuries. So this new right calf issue, it's not just a freak isolated thing. It's the latest in a really relentless string of fitness struggles keeping him off the pitch. The gap between what he means to the team historically and what his body is actually letting him do has never been sharper.
Which leads perfectly into part three, no special treatment, and manager Carlo Ancelotti's firm stance.
His words on this are monumental. Manager Carlo Ancelotti has publicly stated there will be no special treatment for the veteran. I mean, think about the gravity of that for a second. Even with Neymar's massive, towering reputation, the current management is drawing a hard line in the sand. Ancelotti is enforcing a huge cultural shift in squad dynamics. Basically, your past legacy doesn't buy you a free pass if you're injured.
And here is why this is absolutely crucial for you to take away today. Ancelotti has made it crystal clear that a spot on the final tournament roster is strictly dependent on fitness and form. Past glory is not going to secure a ticket to the 2026 tournament. If Neymar isn't fit, or if his form is just lacking because of these compounding injuries, his historical records won't save his spot. He literally has to prove his body can handle the grueling nature of the World Cup, which makes the results of these current calf scans absolutely make or break.
And that brings us to our final section, the looming deadline, and the ticking clock to June 13th.
The tension is skyrocketing right now because the timeline is, frankly, brutally unforgiving. This setback happened on just the second day of camp, leaving a rapidly shrinking window. Think about the upcoming schedule. This Sunday, Brazil faces a friendly match against Panama. Right after that, another friendly against Egypt. And then, the ultimate deadline, June 13th, the World Cup opener against Morocco. This sudden calf injury seriously jeopardizes his chances of playing in all three of these critical matches. He has practically zero time to recover, rehab, and prove the fitness and form that Ancelotti is demanding before the whole tournament kicks off.
So we are left with this massive, lingering question. His chance at taking part in the 2026 tournament remains completely up in the air while the entire soccer world waits for the CBF to break their silence on those Teresópolis clinic scans. Can a 34-year-old superstar battling a brutal history of knee and hamstring issues bounce back from a brand new calf injury in just a matter of days? Can he prove his fitness to a manager demanding no special treatment? Can he beat the clock? Or is this officially the end of Brazil's greatest scorers World Cup story? Right now, those scans hold the only answer. Thanks for joining me on this explainer today, and definitely keep your eyes peeled for those official medical results.